All right. Well, thanks. Appreciate you guys giving us a minute to come out and talk with you about the relationship that we have with the company, and just to introduce ourselves first, and then share a little bit about what we'll be doing and what our resources are and what will be coming up in the future. So I brought a handout with me, and we can kind of follow along. I'm just going to pretty much go over the bullet points and cover in more detail what is on the handout. But just by manner of introduction, I'm Mark Solberg, and I am Vice President with Resource Management Incorporated, or RMI. And a lot of the materials that you see will have RMI's name on them. We're based out of Salt Lake City. We have about 10,500 employees around the country that we work with, mostly though along the Wasatch Front. And a good portion of our clients are medical or medically related clinics, practices, and billing and coding companies, and medically related type clients. So with that regards, we do quite a bit of help and provide services for practices, and we'll talk a little bit more about those as we go. Next to me is Becky Chamberlain, and Becky will be the HR generalist for the company. Becky's been there a week longer than I have, right? Mm-hmm. And we always joke that she's got more tenure than I do by about 7 days. Nice. Becky handles a lot of our medical clients as well, so she's very familiar with. She does trainings on bloodbornes, sharps disposal, those kinds of things, which I don't think really apply here. Mm-hmm. But there is some OSHA-related type things that we'll be going through over the next few months. So anyway, that's the two of us. And just as we get started, our phone number is 801-325-0200. Sorry, that's the Jess. Sorry, 801-355-0200. And Mark Solberg and Becky Chamberlain. And if you had questions, you can call either of us. You'll see us, obviously, and we'll be available. But if you've got immediate questions that maybe are specific just to you, or just wanted to ask something in general, then don't hesitate to give us a call. The website, by the way, is www.rminc.com. And that's our homepage. Get you familiar with a little bit more of what services we provide and what tools you'll have access to. That will be the same website, by the way, that you'll log into to get into your employee screens. You can view your paychecks from there. When you initially enroll, you'll do that off of a link. But when you get back in concurrently, that's where you'll go, correct, to log in, to look at your benefits, look at your checks. And that center is always being expanded with more information as an employee. So you'll be able to access that directly through the website. So just going down the list of what we do with our clients, first of all, let me say thank you for the opportunity to work with you. And we appreciate your owners and the decisions that they've made to provide services to their employees. And it's rare, it's unique. Unfortunately, a lot of companies are cutting back what they're doing for employees. And to do a program or a service like this speaks well of the owners of the company. So we appreciate the opportunity to work with you. And as we roll out more services and benefits down in the future, it's something unique that most employees just don't have access to anymore. So we appreciate your owners in providing something like this to you as employees. So at the company, what we do specifically to help with the practice, first thing is payroll, which seems pretty cut and dry. But our payroll is probably a little bit different and a little more hands-on. We will also help manage vacation and those kinds of things, managing those policies. And there's also a time system that we'll be implementing that employees will be logging in on to track time, to request vacation, to look at their balances and leave, those kinds of things. So that'll all be systemized over the next 30 days. And we'll begin all services January 1st, but we may actually be setting the employees up on the time system prior to that. So that'll be forthcoming. And we'll do some training on that as well. It'll be a simple login, and you'll have a weekly time card, and we'll help educate you more on how to use that as we go over the next couple of weeks. Also, we'll be assisting with getting everything set up for payroll. So we'll capture a new W-4 and a new I-9 for the employees initially. You'll acknowledge your handbook and any other agreements that we have, and those will be custom in the online orientation for Jensen Physical Therapy. So those documents that you see as you get in, log in, and enroll in the system for payroll will be custom for the company. So you want to take a minute to look at those. You'll be able to print them off or email them to yourself if you want a copy of the handbook. And the most current copies of everything that we provide for the practice will be in that online portal, so we're not dealing with paperwork all the time. So the most current benefits, most current handbook, all of that will be always in your portal. Also, one thing to note, we'll be sending everybody a link that is custom for them, whether they're a full-time or a part-time employee, to log into the portal and to fill out this information. You'll also do your direct deposit there as well. So if you have multiple accounts that you want to have your check go into, checking, savings, money market, you can do that through the online portal, through our direct deposit. And you'll have the opportunity to do that when you go through the orientation. So you can start your online onboarding and get out and come back in. So if you're missing something, you can gather it together and do it. And we'll set out some specific dates for how long we'll give employees to get in that system and get it done, so that you can get in and out, but we'll want to have everybody completed by a certain date so that we can get things processed and up and running. So one other thing we provide for clients is benefits. We'll talk more about benefits as we go over the next couple of months, as far as what will be offered and when it will be offered. Up front, we're planning on offering a dental and vision plan, which is a voluntary benefit for the employees. And that will be in the orientation when you get in there. You'll be able to see the monthly cost. You'll be able to enroll dependents on those plans. And it'll be explained in the center. Plus, when we do offer more benefits to the practice, we'll come out and have a separate meeting regarding those when that time comes. And if you've got questions on specific benefits, we can hook you up with our benefits department. And they can explain those and help you walk through those as well. Human resources. So one of the big parts of what we do is in the HR world. And so we'll be providing trainings in the future. We have a harassment training that we provide, as well as discriminatory practices and those kinds of things to just avoid. And really it's just meant to help all the employees understand, I guess, how to create and continue an attractive and a good place to work. And really the benefit of that is we're trying to attract good employees here and keep good employees here. And so we offer a few different seminars and trainings on that, which will be coming up in the future. We help with recruiting and other kinds of things too, which we'll work with the owners of the practice on. We'll also have a contact sheet that we'll produce, which will have the benefit representative, the HR generalist, my information. If there's retirement plan information that we need to present to the employees, we'll have that on there as well. So there will be a contact sheet created with a direct line and email for anybody that works with the practice, so that the employees know who to contact, and they'll have their direct information. Also, I just mentioned too that we work for the client, so as an employee, just understand that you're working for your practice owners, and that we become a resource for you and for them. So as far as who you work for and direction and control and your wage, you're not working for resource management, you're working for your owners, and then we become a resource to both of you in this kind of a relationship. So just to be clear on that. And then safety and compliance as well. If you see things that are happening at the workplace that need to be brought up, you can mention that to your owners. You can mention that to resource management. We share in their responsibility to try and make sure that, like for workers' compensation, safety and things like that, that we are managing and helping with those the best that we can. So once again, we'll have a contact sheet that you can contact us if you needed to, and we'll work with your owners on those kinds of things. So in summary, we provide payroll, benefits, human resource help, and safety and compliance information for employees and for the employer. And then we do that in person. We also do that via technology, where our web enrollment and our online resources are there for you too. As part of the payroll itself, you don't have to receive a hard check. You can look at your pay information through your stub online, and If you do sign up for direct deposit, we still have to provide a void check, I believe. Is that correct? If we don't.
No, you enter the information
We don't.
online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So if you don't want a check, you don't have to have one. So if you do sign up for direct deposit and want to view your checks electronically, the day that they're processed, they'll show up, so you can take a look, and it'll show you all your deductions, all your taxes, all your year-to-date information as you go throughout the year through your individual login. And once again, if you are on benefits, our open enrollment is every October for benefits. So if you're on a dental insurance or vision plan, those renew every October 1, and those will also be in the center. We'll send out information prior to October, usually about mid-July or early August. And then you'll be able to get into the system, add dependents, and do those kinds of things at that time. If you are on benefits and have a life change event, you have a child, you get married, and you want to add a dependent, then you can do it at the time that those happen. And you can do that also in the RMI Center, or you can call benefits and they can walk you through what you need to do. So really both technically and service from our personnel are available to help employees get what they need. With that being said, that's probably a good introduction to us. There will be a lot of questions that come up, like I said, individual things that maybe just apply to one particular employer or another. And I'd encourage you to contact us, me or myself or Becky, and we'd be happy to answer those questions as we go. And then we'll be back prior to January 1st, probably a couple of times, just to visit, collect some information, and we can answer questions at those times as well. You could even make an appointment with me. I live 5 minutes from here and could always catch you on my way home. So with that being said, I think I'll wrap up the exciting video portion of the introduction, and we'll be working with you as we go over the next 3 or 4 weeks. And once again, thank you for the opportunity. We're excited and hope to get to know you a little bit better.